Today I will be showing you how to deep cleanse your brushes. So the first method I have is mostly for your face brushes. So I purchased the Spa Sigma glove and I will link that down below. It has two sides. This side I use, it has a very bubbly texture. And then if you want more precision, there is a other side where it has a crisscross kind of texture. And I really do love this glove. It helps out a lot. It was fairly cheap. I can't think of the price off the top of my head, but I really do love this glove. It helps a lot. And there is a cloth that goes inside, so your hand doesn't get wet, but I just felt like it was just getting in the way and there was just water getting in nonetheless. So I just decided to take that out. The soap that we will be using is the pink Zote soap, and I picked this up at Walmart. It is very safe to use for both your brushes and for your face. I have not run into a problem yet. I have seen on numerous YouTube videos that other people have used this soap and that they also love it as much as I do. It really does the job. It is very cheap and you can pick this up at the laundry aisle. Stay tuned to see how to properly clean your face brushes and turn those bristles white again. Alright, so we have our gloves on and I'm just going to turn my water on cold. And I'm going to be picking up my first brush, which as you can tell, it is extremely dirty and dingy and clumpy. And so that won't apply my face makeup at all. So what I'm going to do is you need to make sure that you don't get any water below your bristles or else the glue inside will not remain intact and then you'll lose your expensive face brush. So what you need to do is just with a downward angle, just lightly wet your brush. And then what we will be doing is we will be taking our Zote soap and in spiral motions, make sure to get that soap on your face brush. And keep in mind, this might take a couple tries if your face brushes are extremely dirty like mine. And then just wet that brush again. And then we're going to start on the wash side. So we are just going to go in circle motions, and as you can tell, the water is brown, so that means your brush is still dirty. So this may take a couple tries to make that clear. And I'm just applying mid to harsh pressure just to make sure that your bristles are getting clean in between. It looks like we are close to being done. Alright, after our bristles turn white or fairly white, what we're going to do is we are going to rinse it so it's at the top of your glove. And then what we're going to do is with the kind of lobster claw, you're going to make sure that you pull your brush through so your brush can stay in the same shape and to get those excess water out of your bristles. So that way, whenever you do the final test, there's not as much water coming through. And you also want to make sure that you wash out all of your soap. There's still some soap coming through, so I'm just going to run it through the faucet again. And once you are done with washing your brush, you are going to want to let them dry for a whole night. And you are wanting to put the stem of your brush on a flat surface so that way the water does not dry into your stem. We are just going to repeat that step again with our other face brushes until your whole collection is nice and clean. Just a little tidbit, it is a lot easier to clean the smaller brushes than it is the bigger brushes, just because you don't have to constantly go through the cleaning process as much as what you would do with the bigger brush. And you could totally just do this with the soap in your hand. You don't have to purchase this. It's just I feel like this is more helpful to get a deeper cleanse and to make sure you get into all of the bristles that are hard to reach with just using your hand. Alright, so that concludes our step 1 process of deep cleansing our face brushes. These are the only ones that I needed to clean just because I use these day to day, and it is best to clean your day-to-day face brushes once every week. So I try to do mine on either Monday or Sunday. And the reason why you need to deep cleanse your face brushes every week is because bacteria can grow on your face brushes, which can cause many problems, and one of that is acne. And also a problem that you can run into if you don't clean your face brushes once every week is the application won't be as strong. So it is best to get into routine and clean these babies once every week. And I know that may be a big task, but trust me, it is well worth to get into that routine. For my second method, which is very quick and easy, and it has less dry time, I purchased this off of Sephora online. It is the Cinema Secrets Makeup Brush Cleaner, and I only use this for my eyeshadow brushes just because they are a lot smaller, it's easier to do, and you don't have to deep cleanse your brushes every week. It is best to do your eyeshadow brushes after you apply your makeup, just because you don't want to have, let's say, blue eyeshadow for your purple look or whatever look you're going to do next. I typically do this every single time I apply eye makeup, or if I'm going to be picking up a different color with the same brush, just because I don't have a lot of brushes. So I am going to show you how to quickly clean your eyeshadow brushes. What you will need is, of course, your dirty eyeshadow brushes, the Cinema Secrets Makeup Brush Cleaner, and just a washcloth that you don't mind getting dirty. So, the steps that you should follow is take the lid from the cleaner and just pour in the solution, and you don't need to pour that much. I typically just do the whole cap just because I do have quite a lot of brushes. And now you can tell this one is very blue because the last eye makeup look I did was that teal. So what you're going to do is you are again just going to dip that into your solution and then swirl. And you might need to do that twice, depending on kind of how packed on that eyeshadow was. Sometimes if your eyeshadow is opaque, you only need to do that once, but since it was a very blue color, I'm going to need to do that a second time. And now my eyeshadow brush is nice and clean and not blue anymore. And whenever you're done, it is quite dirty, so I just kind of empty that out. I don't like to waste product, but I don't want to contaminate the rest of my solution in my bottle. which typically whenever I'm done, there's not much left anyway. Alright, so that was the end of step 2, which was using the Cinema Secrets Makeup Brush Cleaner to make your bristles nice and white and soft, just like how you initially received them. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this little instructional video on showing you how to properly clean both your face and eyeshadow brushes using this 2-step process. The first process was using the Sigma Spa Hand plus the Zote Soap, and then the second process for your eyeshadow brushes was the Cinema Secrets Quick Drying Makeup Brush Cleaner. So I hope you guys enjoyed this very instructional video. Please give this video a thumbs up and leave future video suggestions down below in the comments. And if you have any questions, then please let me know in the comments down below and I can easily answer those for you. See you guys next Friday. Bye! Hey y'all, so today I did something very different and adventurous. I went through my drawers yesterday and I'm